And we are off and running. Luis Nunez does not get a good start whatsoever. And there's Jarno Kausch immediately pouncing to the lead as we go into turn 1. Luis Nunez taking a quick look. But nothing more than that. Let's watch the chaos in turn 1. Very tight corner as the two front row sitters are going side by side. Luis Nunez around the outside cannot pull it off. But he is still right there. Jarno Kausch on the inside going to hold on to the position for now. 3 wide in the background for just a brief second as Patrick Silvassi maintains that 4th spot. Bit of scuffling in the background. But Jarno Kausch up to the lead of the race. And there is Mathieu Levine around the outside of Luis Nunez as well to take over that 2nd spot. And there's already trouble in the background for Robin Pagado, last week's winner in race number 1. As 1 car up ahead going off the track. That is Oliver Cottam diving down into the pits. But back up to the front few positions. There is Luis Nunez to the inside of Mathieu Levine. Down the front straight to the inside. And that's a pretty simple move. Pulls it off and gets back up to P2 as Levine does challenge him into turn 2 there. But unable to come back at him. There is Liam behind that 3 wide situation here. And there's contact for just a brief moment. Oh, and yeah, that is Pagado getting on the brakes, avoiding an accident. And Liam going for a big flip. Both on the push to pass. Is Lewis going to go for a late send? Yes, he is. Late on the brake. Sends it in. Can he slow it down, though? Jarno going to attempt a crossover. Going to get the position back for just a brief moment. But he's on the outside line here. Remember, off-camber corner. Very tricky to hold it around the outside. But he is managing it. Still side by side here for the lead of the race. And Jarno going to run him out of road a little bit. Still side by side. What a beautiful battle here. Neck and neck these two go into the end of the 1st sector. And Luis Nunez gets it on the inside. Back into the lead of the race on lap 4 of 12 on race number 1. There's Levine to the outside. Gets a really big run out of the chicane into the hairpin. Gonna do the crossover here. Not really an overtaking opportunity here though in the Schumacher S. And he's gonna have to lift off here. But he is still right under the rear wing. And look at the run he gets here on the push to pass. To the outside. Whoa! Almost contact between the two of them, but they keep it together. That's unbelievable. I really thought Levine was going to run right into the back of Kausch here, but look at the run he is getting again. And I think Jarno Kausch has really burned up his tires trying to keep up with Nunez. And Levine to the outside now for the chicane. He's going to have to brake really late and deep. Oh! They squeeze it through and Levine bounces off the curbs like a pogo stick and keeps it together. But wow, what a defensive drive by Jarno Kausch to hold on to that spot. But it did cost them over a second on that last lap though. And now Carol Stout is going to have a look at this position as well to get onto the podium. Carol thinking about a launch up the inside as Jack James and Patrick Silvassi battling for position. Trying to look on the timing screen where they are. There they are. Side by side. Silvassi trying to gain back the spot he lost earlier. A bit of wheel banging because why not? Still side by side. It's unbelievable how long these guys can go side by side. Patrick is there on the inside, Jack. It's a drag race now down into the chicane at the end of the 1st sector. And this is really giving Nürburgring 2007 with Massa and Alonso. But Silvassi on the inside now for the hairpin as well. Might be a done deal. And yes, it is. Patrick Silvassi up into the 5th position. What a battle again. 2nd lap in a row. And Jack James on the outside might regain this position. Patrick going to try to break it in deep. Oh, and a bit of contact there between the two of them. But they also keep it on the road. And Jack James gets back that 5th position that he lost a half a lap ago. But this battle is not done for sure. Oh, as Jack James loses it on corner exit. Goes for a big hit in the wall. And Patrick Silvassi going to take that spot back. There it is. He loses it on the gravel. And does get a big hit on the wall. And is his steering straight? I think it just barely is. And this is really just a race for 2nd as Luis Nunez has absolutely checked out at the front of the field. The gap is almost up to 5 seconds. And this is kind of what we expected from Luis Nunez at the start of the season. Although an oval is a bit more difficult to do this at, Luis Nunez is definitely showing why he is in the Pro Series. By pulling away, on average, almost half a second a lap in 10 laps time. So here is Darren Machabunga around Alaric van den Bos in turn 2. And it's actually a really neat cutback to the inside for turn 3 now. And that's a pretty neat move there to move him up into P8 at the time on lap 4 of the race. Don't count out Stout yet though, as we are on the final lap of the race. Luis Nunez takes the white flag. 7 seconds clear. As Levine to the outside now. Stout looking as well. Kausch again got it at inside. Really takes up a lot of room on the inside. But Levine has the right side for turn 2. And on the inside pulls him in front of Jarno Kausch. And that is finally the position for Levine. Is Kausch able to come back though? Or is Stout going to mount a challenge on the final part of the lap? Stout to the inside of Kausch on the final part of the final lap. And Kausch holds it around the outside though. Stout gonna take a look but not able to do anything. As through the final corner goes Luis Nunez to claim finally his first win of the season after missing out at Texas. Luis Nunez for Nexus Esports wins the first race of the day at the Nürburgring in an absolute dominant drive from start to finish. Although he did lose the lead at the start, he definitely took control of the race after lap 4 and never looked back. As Levine holds on to second, Kausch holds on to third to complete the podium. So Luis Nunez wins the first race of the night in front of Matthew Levine, Jarno Kausch, Karel Stout and Patrick Silvassi, the top 5. Then is Jack James, Jakub Olsen, Darren Machapunga, Tijn van der Velde and Alaric van der Bos, the 2 Dutchmen completing the top 10. And then the next and final page of results, we have Kyle Gretsch, Pim van Gastel, Alexander Rogenbach, Oliver Cottam, Robin Pogado, Liam O'Sullivan and Odibe Emmel, the last 4 of which had incidents earlier in the race and were not able to complete the full distance.